Hello, guys. Welcome back to the stream. And yeah, I think we're live and we can continue. Hey, guys, Ankit, Ilya, Mr. Nine. Hello, everybody. It's me again, Lucas. Hopefully, you miss me. And yeah, today we are going to continue building our crypto price tracker. Most likely, this is going to be the last episode of the series of crypto price tracker. Not exactly sure, but we'll see how everybody reacts and if there will be demand for more features and similar things, then we will continue. But for now, this is the plan. And maybe this is even the last stream before the New Year's. So as you might know, the schedule changed a bit, and we are doing it on Thursday instead of Friday, like we always do. But we decided that it's better to release it at least on Thursday rather than don't release any live stream this week because tomorrow is Christmas for some people. So let's get into our application. What are we going to build today? What are we going to learn? And yeah, similar things. Let's hop in. So it's again the fourth part of crypto price tracker. We already did quite a bit. We try to use as many different technologies and things as possible. So we are going to do some new things today as well. So let's get started. First things first, we are going to implement chart filters, which will look nicely after you change the period up here. You should nicely rearrange the graph smoothly, I should say. Next part is removing assets from portfolio. So you should be able, yes, last week we only managed to make it so that you can add new assets. Right now you'll be able to drag with swipeable and delete it like that. Then we will show you how to use custom fonts as well, because most of the applications, if you want to stand out, will need to use some custom fonts. And also we will introduce React Memo, which is really a good thing when you're trying to improve the performance of your application. Yeah, and I'll show you the where you could use it nicely, the best practices as well. And then we will add some app improvements, fix some bugs that I found in the application, and basically prepare it for production. So this one application will be built in Expo and JavaScript because this is the easiest way to start working with React Native, start learning, and we think we are trying to concentrate to more to beginners with this series. So we're all, of course, touching quite advanced features and technologies, but in order to minimize the difficulty, we're using only Expo and JavaScript. And also, you might think, if you're new here, why Vadim is not streaming, why it's some different guy. And it's because Vadim is working on his full stack mobile developer course, and he needed more time in order to make it better for you and release it as fast as possible. So please go and join the waitlist of his full stack mobile developer tutorial, which you can see in academy.notjust.dev. I highly recommend it if you want to get your knowledge and basically your level to the next level, right? Yes. So if you want to continue working with me, you can check the asset bundle, which will have all the demo data, all the images, icons, and PDF presentation that you need. Also, there is a video of how to set up Expo environment. It's really fast and you can check it out. And last but not least, There is GitHub repository, which you can clone and work with me together during the stream. So let's not wait anymore, and let's continue building our application. Yes, so how are you doing, guys? Hello from Lithuania. Let's see the comments. Okay, there's a lot of comments. Anyone complete project detail part 3? Yes, it's an expo. Error. Graph part. Hey, Lucas, my chart says error. It's really hard to say. Like, I need to. I don't know your error, so I can't really help you right now. But we will try to fix some bugs right now, and one of them might be the problem you're facing. But hey, Pes, hey. But yeah, if it's not the problem, you can always paste your problems and bugs in our Discord channel, and we'll be able to help you there easier, because we'll be able to see the problem, see the error message. Because right now I really don't know, what does it say, how many hours will you be here. uh I hope last time I said that I will make the stream shorter because I had guests over, but it was the longest out of 3. So I don't want to talk too much, but probably this will not be as long as the others. So yeah, we will learn some new things. It will not be anything as complicated as the previous week with recoil, but you will learn some good things that you can practice from the start, like for performance and things like that. Hey Ramin, thank you for joining, and yeah, enjoying the streams. So I think we can hop into the code, right? Let me adjust a little bit the camera. I think you see it pretty well, right? Maybe I can make this a little bit more smaller, and this one a little bit bigger. So let's start. Sir, is there? Ankit, maybe you can explain your problem a bit more. I can't really understand. Like, it's really hard to help, but there are different libraries for sure that you could use. But yeah, we thought this one is the best one. I don't remember right now the name of the library that I was thinking to use as well, but let me check. But this one should work. It works for basically all of the people. So yeah, it's really strange. React Native Chart Kit is also the one, a pretty popular one, which is used quite often, and I wanted to use that one as well. But I think it should work. So if you're having problems, just explain your problem a little bit better, or maybe post it on Discord so we could help you. Do you know any good books? That's actually hard. I'm not. I don't really like theory too much. So if I need to learn something, I usually read a little bit of documentation, and then start working, like with projects like these, which really helps you to learn better. And in my opinion, that's how I like to learn. But yeah, there are different people who approach it differently, and yeah, it's good that you can read, but I don't really know any good books to help you with that. um I learned React Native without Git and Scrum, are the both and they're not very, I mean, it's good to know how to use Git. Probably Git is more important, as this is probably all of the companies are using it. But you will learn, it's really easy, and I think you can learn React Native. And if you go to some sort of a company, they will teach you how to use Git, and definitely how to use Scrum, because not all and Scrum is basically just how you work, so it's don't have to know much there. It was saying loader problem. We'll see. Maybe I'll run right now, and maybe I'll have the error as well. Let me check. If you could introduce some resources. What kind of resources? You mean like books, Ramen? Yes, let's start. And Pest Maniac, definitely React Native for me. I think, and Javed, hey, hello. I like React Native more. It's more mature in my opinion. Right now, there is basically you can find everything that you need on the internet, but I don't have much experience with Flutter, so I can't really say much. And probably people who use Flutter will say Flutter is better, and the ones that use React Native will say React Native is better, and that's what I think. Yes, no problem, Raman. Thank you for asking. Uh, uh, Thea Son Twim, explore vanilla React Native CLI. So I would try to use Expo as much as possible because it's really nice to use. First of all, you can, if you're working for a client, you can show off to him your application really easily just by sending the QR code, and he just has to install one application. Also, it's a lot easier to work with, a lot easier to set up the environment for it. Basically, everything is easier. But if you're working on a big, very, very big application, probably React Native CLI is better. And yeah, but I will try to use Expo as much as possible, as it's easier to set up and easier to work with, and definitely easier to start learning, because you don't need to understand all the setting up and everything behind it. You just start learning React Native right away. And Dreamland, hello, you're here back. Really nice to see you. So let's get started. I will try to look at the questions as much as possible. And yeah, so what we built previous stream. In the previous stream, we managed to build our portfolio screen, right? And as you see right away, we have one problem that we will definitely get into, and we forgot to fix this price. But yeah, we managed to implement our assets. We are able to add new assets. So let's add, what do we, let's add Dogecoin, and we can add more assets, and then it will calculate everything for us. We will see everything here. Everything is nicely ordered from the biggest value to the lowest. We also use recoil. We'll learn some practices and things. And for some people, recoil was pretty hard, but I think it looked hard, and it looked hard because we had a little bit of different data structure, and it was a bit complicated because we had to get some information from the API and some information from our local storage. So yeah, I don't like recoil.js. Yeah, I think for me, it's 50-50. I like it better than Redux, but I like it less than Context API. So, yeah. Okay, and what are we going to do right now? And first things first, let's learn how to use custom fonts, because that's pretty common thing in the applications when you're implementing new application. It's pretty common to use some custom fonts because you want to give your application a better look, and yeah, to make it stand out a little bit better. So yeah, to do that, let's go to the screens. Let's open. Oh yeah, I said I'll check the chart, and I don't get any problem. Uh, Ankit, yeah, right. It was saying loader problem. Oh, maybe it's because, yeah, I think I know why, Ankit, your problem. So try to disable this. Try to disable debug remote.js. Don't do that, because we're using reanimated too, and it's not supported with debugging on Google Chrome. So don't do that. Try to turn it off, and then reload your application and try to use the chart. Everything where you need reanimated to will crash if you're trying to debug on Google Chrome. If you're using Expo, you can easily debug everything here, and if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, turn this off, debugger remote.js, Ankit, and let me know if it fixed the problem or not. Okay, let's continue. Let's not wait anymore. And yes, so custom fonts. First things first, Expo is really good if you want to use it with Google Fonts, because it comes out of the gate with Google Fonts, which is insane. It's really good. And I'll show you how to use Google Fonts and also custom fonts if you let's say your designer provided you, or yeah, anything like that. So, and let me actually open home screen, and I think I will need to zoom in at least a little bit the code. Yeah, so first things first, what I want to do is have here above all of the flat list a little text saying crypto assets, because I want to, when I turn the application on, I want to know what it is. And we are trying to make this application, let's say, production ready, so people could actually use it in production. So and so we could release it to App Store or and Google Play. Okay, so I will add some text. The text will say simply crypto assets, right? And I will want to add some styles to it. So let's for now just save it. And oh, can't find variable. Yeah, I need to import both view and text here. Let's save it. Okay, we don't see our text here. Well, probably you don't see, but I do see it. It's just black. But let's add some styles. So first of all, I want to make it white. So let's make it white, save it. Yep, we do see it. Okay, we definitely need to make it bigger, because I think it's, I think everybody sees and agrees that it's definitely too small. So let's make it, in my notes, I have font that I wanted it to be 25. Okay, it's already getting a lot better. I also want to add some, okay, mm, right now let's not fetch any coins. Yeah, because it will encounter the same children as we always like save it. Hot reloading messes that up. So 25 probably works for me. I also want to add, I like letter spacing a lot. So add a little touch of like, yeah, I enjoy, I like it. Then we need some padding horizontal too, and let's add 20. Yes, it's a lot better. And also maybe I will add some padding on the bottom. Let's see how it will look. Yeah, I think, no, I think maybe we don't need that. Let's see how it looks without it. Yeah, I think it's good like that. No, actually we do need it because then when you scroll, yeah, let's save it. I want even more, to be honest. Okay, let's reload. And let's fetch coins right now. Okay, 10. 10 is too much, so 5 was good. Let me see if it fixed the problem for Ankit. Fiasanatim, sonnet him twim. Thank you very much. I appreciate your words, and yeah, these words actually make you want to stray more and showcase some interesting things to people. Your opponent versus style components versus style sheet. I don't have any preference on this, to be honest. It's hard to say. I think I like style sheet more, but yeah, I don't know. Uh, Animal Hira, hey, hello. Happy you joined the stream. Really happy that people are joining and watching. And have a nice evening, everybody. Kindly guide me to start with React Native. I am new to JavaScript and don't know the path. Please guide me. So what I would recommend, first of all, I think first, I think you already did a really good first step. You're already trying to look for streams to learn. So that's the first step. It's very important. Um, and yeah, and I think just doing these tutorials on this channel, there is a lot of tutorials from very, very basic. For example, Tesla clone, you can try to find it. It's the most very, very basic tutorial that will cover most of the things that you need to know. And by practicing and doing more things, building more applications, following these streams, I think you will get a very, very good start. I think this is because in here we showcase everything. We don't cut our parts where we get stuck, where we are trying to find for the answers, so where we are actually uh, yeah, looking for how to solve the problem, thinking. We're leaving everything here. That's why streams, I think it's better rather than watching videos of people on YouTube, because in video they will cut out all the parts where they got stuck, and they will just come with the answer basically without explaining and uh, seeing how you find the problems and fix them. So I think following these tutorials will greatly help you, Anmol. Definitely, definitely. That's how I learned, to be honest. I didn't know anything about coding, and I just watched, first of all, watched on YouTube some tutorials, tried to build applications with them, then bought one course. But I don't think you need to really look anywhere else, as you have everything in this channel. And also, as I said, Vadim is building a new uh, full stack mobile developer course, which will touch everything that you need to know. And you can join the waitlist in academy.notjust.dev. So yeah, hopefully this will help you. Yes. So okay, we have the text, right? But just for demonstration purposes, let's say I want to have a custom font. So first of all, let's go to fonts, expo documentation, and just first of all, you can also like take a look and take any Google font that you like. So there is a lot of different styles here that you might like. But yeah, we are going to choose one of them. And the one that we are going to choose is probably the example one, because I'm going to use a custom completely font. So let's do this. Let's copy it. Go to our application, run this command, and it will install Interfonts. So Interfont is, let me try to find it here. Uh, Inter, yeah. So basically, we will install this font. Let me take a sip of water a little bit. Yeah. So let's go back. Yeah. So it already installed all the fonts. Let's save it here and let's go to our app.js. And in here, we can simply go to still follow the documentation as Expo says. Now we have a hook in this. So let's copy that. Let's paste. And from the library that we just installed, we get a hook and the font name. And in order to use this font, we have to create a hook like this. Also, we just copied. We're following the documentation. That's also very good way to understand. Also, usually when I'm doing the first time, I read everything that it says. But right now that I know what it does, because I already read it. So that's how we import the font from here. Basically, load it, and it has a variable set fonts loaded, right? So we before we return it, we need to check in our app.js root folder. We need to check if fonts uh, fonts didn't load it yet. Then we will return, and we will return activity indicator, which will be a simple loading loading component, and we will get give a size of large. That's it. So right now if the fonts are not loaded yet, we will see a loading screen on our home. And if it is loaded, then we will return this and we'll be able to use our, let's see, font family. And just like that, we will be able to use our font. So let's copy this font because basically that's the name. So you can copy this one as well. And in font family, let's pass it, let's save it, and voila, it changed the font to the one that we wanted. And that's how you use custom fonts from Google, which is really easy to do. But if you want to use some more more custom fonts, basically not that Google doesn't have, you can go to Expo again, Expo fonts in Google, and I think this is the second one. And where is it? Getting font. Where is it? I'm gonna find it. Maybe let's add custom, Expo font custom. And I want to find it. I know how to do it, but I want to find, and if I won't be able to, yes, so here, loading a remote from directly from the web. So you are able to load it from the web, but no, we are not going to load actually from the web. We are going to load it from our application. Poppins font is nice. Yeah. When do you do an Expo install? Does it use npm? Actually, it doesn't matter which one to use, npm or Yarn. It depends what you used before. I prefer using Yarn, but people use npm as well as much. There is no difference between Expo install and Yarn. Yeah. If you want to use more fonts in the application, so then you would. Where is it? Then you would just install more fonts, import it like that, and just add here more fonts, and you'll be able to. So basically, I would install something like. Let me copy this. I wouldn't need to. I think I would install something here like Poppins or how is it called, and then in here it will be. And then I would simply do it like this, and then I would be able to use both of them. Actually, I will show you then. So let's leave this font, and let's add one custom one. So let's say download custom. And also it's very important to keep in mind that this Expo can only use TTF fonts, and I think one more type, that OTF or OTT or something like that. Let me. Oh, actually, here is all the formats that you can use. So for Android and iOS, the only one, both, so TTF and OTF is the best one because it supports all platforms. Okay, so let's go and download some custom fonts. TTF, I think, yes. So I need agree and proceed, and I need, actually I had it already, but Droid Sans. I wanted this one. I don't remember where I found that one, but if I won't be able to find it, then whatever. Here it is. I wanted this font. So let's click download TTF. We downloaded a zip file, which we will have to unzip. So let's open. And here it is. Now let's open our, where is it? Assets here, not node modules. In assets, let's create another folder called fonts. And in here, we just downloaded our, so let's open this one. And we need this one in here. So let's drag it. Now we can close this one. And here we have Droid Sans font. So we need to actually import it as well. And in order to do that, we will have to install Expo fonts. So yeah, this one. Install Expo font. Let's open the application. Let's paste it. Okay, we installed it. And now we need to import it as well. And in order to import that, I simply have to do import, open these brackets, and inside I would have to say which one do I want to import. So we actually, no, in here I didn't have to do, to be honest, I think anything. And in this use fonts, I didn't try to load one from Expo and one from Google. So let me try right now. Droid Sans, I think it's called like that. And then let's say require. And we will need to go to assets/fonts/droid sans.ttf. And let me see if there are any questions. Oh wow, there's a lot. Okay, someone is spamming. Okay, I can't really see other messages because there was so much spam. Hopefully someone deleted that. Okay, let me save it, and let's right now go and try to use this Droid Sans instead of this. See if it will work. Save it. And yes, it's that. We didn't even need to install Expo fonts. So let's delete this one, save it. It's this font. If we add Droid Sans, I will need to reload it in order to load the font. It's this one. And if we want to have inner, it's this one. But as I said, we will keep the Droid Sans one. Let me reload again. We will keep this one. And one more time, let's check the default one. Yeah. So as you saw, it's as easy as that. And I didn't try it before to load one from Expo and one from Google. One custom and one from Google. So we will use Droid Sans in this case. But yeah, you see, it's just as easy as adding more fonts here. And this is how you import it from custom one, and this is from Google. But if you're using from Google, you will have to install like that, Expo Google Fonts, and then the font name. And yeah, that's simple as that. And I can use these two fonts right now anywhere in my application. Okay, that's good. So what's next? And next thing that we will do, we will simply drink some water. And we will simply improve our application a little bit. Because during the testing, I found quite a few problems that needed to be addressed and fixed. And first of all, this market cap is not exactly correct. It shows it very rounded, but we need, in our designs, we needed to show more of them. So in order to do that, we will go to our components in our coin item. And in here, we actually already fixed quite a little bit. So I wanted to change to this 1E12, 1E9, 1E6, 1E3, because we had a long number. And I also, what I wanted to, yeah, so basically, okay, I just read the question. So I just showed what we need to do. If we want to load more fonts, you just load it like that. That's how you load the custom ones. That's how you load the Google ones. But for Google ones, you need to install them like that. And for custom ones, you need to download them and add it to your assets folder under fonts and import them like that. And for npm, yarn, and expo, I as well answered. Okay, so let's fix this one a little bit, because right now we it's working, but it's not exactly working like I would like it to. So, and it's actually very easy to fix. Let's remove this math dot floor, because we need some numbers after. Okay, we removed the that floor, but now it's huge. And actually, the only thing that we need to do in order to fix this is to add to fixed, and we need three numbers, like in our design. We need three numbers after. So let's paste it everywhere. Let's save it, and it works just like I needed to. Okay, that's good. What's next? Hey, Pavlin. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Okay, so another thing was that if I go to, for example, Dogecoin, I can see only two numbers. And also, if I go to Shiba Inu, I can't see anything here. And it's because we have in our coin detail screen, uh, and as you remember, I already told, we're trying to fix these little app improvements just because we're trying to make our application production ready, so we could, yeah. And right now, this is not, because this is very popular crypto, and we can't see its data at all. So what are we going to do is go to our coin detailed screen and go to our index. And in there, we simply have format USD. Let's find it. Format currency. And we will do, like, if the value is 0, we will add one more check before. So we will check if current price, how we call current price, just simple current price. Let me check. If current price dot USD is lower than 1, then we will return without fixed, because we want to show it all. Let's save it, and let's go back. Let's go to Shiba Inu. Oh, we also need to make it to string. It's important. Or no, we don't. No, we don't. So okay, if it's current price that USD is below 1. Oh, no, I mean like this. Yes, like this. Sorry. So if it's below 1, then we need to show the full price. And otherwise, if it's above, then we can show only to fix to. That's how actually all the crypto price tracker applications approach it. And I think we will use the same thing here. And we also have one more problem. So let's go back to Shiba Inu. And if we have here, try to drag, we have zeros. So we need to add a same check here. If current price USD is below 1, then we want to return a simple. Also, of course, we want to parse float, like on the bottom, and we want to parse our value without actually making it too fixed. And right now we will see the full data, but this one is pushed to the side, so we'll have to we will have to then approach this one a little bit differently. And we'll come back to this one because I want to go through all of the fixes real quickly. It's not going to be a hard fix there. So does this work on tablets and iPads as well? Do you have an idea how we should change it, customize it for them? You mean the fonts, Ramin, or what? Okay, so we fixed prices below zero. Now we need to, in our portfolio, of course, this is horrible. Here we don't need to see that many zeros, that many numbers after the zero. So let's go to portfolio screen, to components, portfolio asset list. I'll open here and this get current balance. We simply need to add to fixed and we need to fix it. Let's fix it to three numbers after. I think maybe that's even too much. Let's fix it to two. Okay. So that's good. What else? Also after this stream, I will try to thoroughly test the whole application and see if there are any quirks and problems in order to make it ready for production. And if there will be any changes, um, we'll see how to approach that. So also these prices are, I mean, price change percentage is not really aligned correctly here. So we need to fix that. And in order to do that, let's find where is our get no where is the percentage here, the percentage. And in percentage change styles, let's go in styles, let's find percentage price change. Where is our price change? Is it this one, container? But I, or yeah, I think I need only percentage change. So let's do like this. And align self. Let's do flex n. It wasn't self. Was it? Mm-mm. Yeah, I think it was in container actually. And in container, we need to align all the items. Let's save it. Actually, no. Or did I wanted to do it for price change, um, not percentage? Where's the actual price? No, I wanted to do it for price. Okay, let's see. Let's see. No, the whole use flex one. Oh yeah, yeah. And also let me answer some questions. No, the whole app. Actually, that's a good question. I never worked for tablets. Did some like, but it's always good to try and test it before releasing. There might be a few tweaks that you need to save, but usually if you're working with, like with flex boxes, the styles should be okay there as well. So it should be ready for everything, but it's pretty important to still test it, and see for yourself if it actually works or not, because you of even for example, if I'm working here on iPhone and if I would go to Android, I think there might be some things that would require some fixing. So yeah, it's always better to try and uh, see it for yourself. Yeah. Okay. So now, where is our portfolio asset item, and also render holdings price? Now this is aligned well, and let's go, and as it says, let's add flex one and see if it actually. No. Oh yeah, that's the problem. I'm heading for this one. No, I don't need to add it for this one. So where is our this container? Um, percentage change, is it here? And also, let's add. No, it's this one as well. Okay, so I'm doing changes in the wrong place because I'm trying to change the portfolio asset list and I'm trying to change the item. So I got a little bit confused with the naming, but we need to go to portfolio asset item and change some styles here. Yes, so sorry, where is it? This one? Is it this one? That's current price, render holdings, quantity container. Where is that? Yeah, I think it's this one. I think it should be this one. So let's try to add align items here and do flex, and here it is. It aligned this on this little icon, I mean price change percentage on the end of its flex box. So yeah, I was I was trying to change and I got confused because of the naming. So that's probably a bad thing from my side. I named it probably incorrectly, and I was changing this one, and yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I needed to change it here. That's good. Right now it's fixed. Um, let's go in the list and what else do I need to fix? So for watch list queries, there is a problem. As you see, I didn't added all these, and these aren't even watch listed. So in order to fix this, let's close all the tabs. Let's go to our watch list screen and to our index. Before fetching our coins, we need to check if watch list coin IDs dot length, hopefully it's okay, dot length is bigger than 0, and only then fetch it. So let's reload it. Let me check. Yeah, and as you see, it doesn't load anything here because why it was happening, because this um, get watch listed coins API call, actually, if you don't provide any IDs, it will return everything to you. So that's pretty bad. That's kind of a big problem. And we only need to return it when we have something in our watch list. So let's say I add Ethereum to our watch list. I go back and now I see Ethereum here. And let's say I will add Solana as well. Add it, go back. Now it's in the watch list. And if I want to remove it, I like Solana more than Ethereum. So let's undo it. And it's working like it's supposed to. Even if we reload right now, we will get only Solana. So this is very important. Okay, what is the next problem? I think actually... yeah, I think that's it. I've covered all the problems that I've managed to find, and probably there might be more. And I need to do some thorough testing in order to figure out for sure if I have more problems, more bugs, more design choices. I have to go also check the Android to make it definitely ready for production and add some quick adjustments. So after testing, if there are still problems, we might maybe release some sort of a video instead of a live stream explaining the changes, explaining what in order to, yeah, have it ready for production. All right. Okay, let's continue to our actual feature. And what are we going to do right now? We are going to implement chart filters. So right now we have a basic chart which shows you the information basically on the same day. And it's good. Probably that's more or less what you will need most of the time. But what if I want to see the chart data for 7 days, 30 days, 1 year, so even all time? Well, I need that. And most of the people who trade do need some of those filters as well, some of the customization. So that's what are we going to do right now. And in order, actually, before starting, let's go to our coin details screen index, open it up, and also in portfolio asset item, there is this price change percentage dot to fixed. So we need to add a question mark here because for some reason CoinGecko API doesn't really return to us all of the uh, I will say not all coins have this price change percentage per 24 hours. So if they don't have, we don't need to display anything. So in order for our application not to crash, we need to add this one. Yes, let's save it and go back. Okay, yeah, we can start working in here. So this is going to be our first bigger okay, which method use to show we actually don't show it instantly. We show on every render. So if you go right now, it will not update automatically. But if you either close the app, go back, or yeah, do any changes, then it will update. So we don't have any live updates or anything. Ankit, let me see. Unexpected token. You may need an appropriate loader to handle this file type. Currently, no loaders are configured to. So, in actually for this, I would have to try to Google, and if you, let me think. I think maybe the installation wasn't correct. Maybe you skipped something while we were configuring it, and so I will check it maybe a little bit after we try to, because there is not much that we will do today. So we can try to check it after the stream because I will need to Google things. So I can really quick check. First of all, Rainbow Charts, React Native. Okay, so this one, and also. Yeah, but I can't really spend too much time here. Yeah, we will try to look into it after the stream maybe, because right now it might take quite a bit of time, and yeah, if you want to more help, you can write in Discord, and I can chat with you. We can try to figure it out together. Okay, so what's next? Yeah, let's start. We're wasting a lot of time. So yes, let's open our design, and I will need some also like the font colors. So I need to open my notes. Where are they? Uh, yes, and I think it's here. Yeah. Nope, it's not here. Not here. Let's close it. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So what do we need? First of all, we need a header here with all the days that we have there, right? So in order to do that, let's do it above. Yeah, I think above makes more sense. So where is our chart? It's here. Okay. So above the chart, let's create another view. And in this view, let's add for now one simple text saying 7 days. And let's apply some styles. And for now, let's only apply a color of white. And yeah, we have it here. Okay, and we need to style our container a little bit. But because there will be a lot of styles, we will move it to styled, create a styled object for it in our styles.js. And let's call it filters container. Yes, let's, okay, so let's pass those styles in here. Styles dot filters container, let's save it. And in here, first of all, we need to, maybe in order to, for us to easier see it, let's add like that. Let's add 2 values. So we need to make it flex direction row. Okay, that's better. Okay, this will disappear because of hot reloading as well. So, okay, they're in a row. We also need to add some space around it. So actually for that, we have justify content space around, which works perfectly for us. And, or to be honest, we can add it right away. All of the filters that we'll use, 24 hours. And I actually forgot what others will be. Uh, so 24 hours, I think 7 days. Then it will be, we will change later if it's not correct. Then it will be a month, so 30 days. Then we will have a year, so 1 year, and all. I think that's all, but I will make sure before actually implementing everything. Right now, we only need them for styles. Okay, so we have space around. That's good. We need to change the background color, which I have noted because I was looking a lot for it. Okay, that's good. We also need to add some padding. And padding vertical will be 5. Okay, that's already shaping up a lot better. We also need some border radius because it doesn't look good without it. Okay, maybe that's too much. Maybe let's add 5. Yep, 5 works a lot better. Now we need to add some margins, horizontal margins. So let's add it 10, make it a little bit slimmer. Yes, and also we need some vertical margin. So because we need all of them, let's simply say margin 10. And yes, maybe bottom, no, let's add margin vertical, and that's it. I think I like this one more. Yes, okay. So we also need to add styles to each of our text, right? And but we can already spot some things that we can change here. Because we are reusing this so many times, we will need to actually create another component which lets us easier handle all the logic in that component instead of having it here because of like how I like to say building with Lego blocks. And if we try to add all of the filters here and also all of the logic here, then it will be just a mess in this file. So let's go to our coin details screen. And in this coin details screen, we already have components folder. And in this components folder, let's create another one called filter filter component. And in here, let's simply create index.jsx. And we will also need styles. Actually, will we? Let's create it later if we need, because I don't think there will be too many styles, to be honest. Okay, so let's create a simple boilerplate like always. Import view and text from React Native, then const filter component. Okay, and then also we need to export default filter component. Yes, and let's for testing, let's return a view with text saying filter component. and save it. Okay, let's up top import it here in our main coin detail screen folder. So import filter component from components, filter component. Save it, and let's pass it in here. Add it here. And here we have it, filtering component. Perfect. That means it's rendered. So right now we will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 filtering components. So let's add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could also like create a const array and map through that, and also like create components based on that. But we're not doing that because we will need some custom things, which you'll see in a second. So each filter component will need some data. So first of all, we will need to pass filter day, which day we want to display there. So, and it's going to be for our API calls. So in there, they are not like you can't pass 1 year. You have to pass 365 days, or 30 days, or 7 days, or 1 day. So filter day will be 1 for this one, and the text that we will filter text that we will display. Well, that's going to be 24 hours. And for now, let's leave it like that. So we can copy this in order to make it easier for us a little bit. Paste it here, here, and here, and change it. So the second filter is 7 days, and the text that we will display will be 7D. Then for this, we will need 30 days and 30D. For 1 year, we will need to pass 365, and in here we will say 1 year. And for all, we will have to pass to the API max, and in our case, we will say all. Okay, we can delete this one right now, save it, and yep, we have all of them. Right now, we need to actually change everything here and make it look nicely. And it's not going to be really hard. So we take the props that we just passed and that we actually explained very thoroughly in the first part, and let's destructure everything that we pass right now. So what we passed? We passed filter day, and we passed filter text, and we are taking it from props. Okay, that's good. So in here, we right now will simply display our text component, and it will be filter text. Let's save it, and yes, it does display them, but we need to add some styles for sure to this. So right now, let's add style, only color white. Later, we will need to change it based on whether it's selected or not, but right now, it's simply like that. And also, let me think. We need some padding and to the container of the text, right? So let's add some padding of style equals styles padding horizontal, and horizontal padding will be 10. Then let's add some vertical padding as well, which will be 5. Okay, that looks better. And some okay, we need also background color if it's selected, for example, right? So if it's selected, it will be for now gray. So that's how it's going to look if it is selected, right? We need to definitely add some border radius. Of course, I will use different colors, but we need border radius 5. I think, yeah, 5 is good enough. And yeah, maybe let's add 10 padding no, 5 padding vertical here for sure. Okay, that's good. Maybe I will like later more padding here on margin, but right now let's leave it like that. And the color that we are going to use actually is 1E, 1E, 1E. This is how it's going to look when it's selected. And for this one, we will use, if it's not selected, gray, but if it is selected, we will use white. You can change the colors however you want. I just thought, okay, these most likely work for me the best, but yeah. Okay, so we have the text, but right now all of them are selected, but we need to make them differentiate which one is actually selected currently, right? So we will go back to our coin detail screen. In here, we will create a state, and where is it? Here. We already used some states. So we will create another state, and we will call it selected range. Yeah. Let's call it const selected range, and also set selected range. And the default one will always be 1, because yeah, that's what we are going to be selected. And as you remember, 1 is 24 hours in our case. Okay, let's save it. But right now we still need to somehow uh, like differentiate which one is selected, because even though we already declared our state and said that one should be selected, all of them are. So we will need to add, pass some extra props, and one of them will be selected range, which is going to be simply selected range. And we'll go to setting it a little bit later. Let's pass it here. Oh, I'm setting here. I need simply selected range, like this one. Let's save it. Okay. And let's go back to our this component. And in this component, we need to make some checks. So because we will need to check in 2 places, for color of the text and for color of the background, I will just create a simple const called is filter selected, and I will check for first of all pass the filter, and I will check if that filter is selected. So if filter this filter that I passed equals to also I need to import here selected range, I think I called it, equals to selected range, that means it is selected. And based on that, let's style it a little bit. Change the styles, indentations, and we will need to change according to that our background color. So we will check is filter selected, and we will say here we will pass our filter day, right? This one that we have, and if it is selected, then we want to show this one. But if it's not selected, then we simply show transparent, like that. And yes, 1 is selected. That's good. We need to do the same for the color. So color will not be white all the time. We will check is filter selected, filter day, and if it is, then show white. Else we will show a simple gray color, just like that. Okay, that's good. But now we want to be able to change here. Okay, so I can click here, but nothing changes, right? Yes, let's go back to coin detail screen. And in here, we actually created already a state, which we can call sets selected range and pass it according to that. But because I already know that we will have to also, after changing, fetch new market data, in order to get ahead of us a little bit, let's create another function called something like on selected range change, which is going, for now, it's only going to set selected range, and that's it. So set selected range, and let's pass here selected range value, and we will simply set it for now like that. And in for every filter component that we created, we also need to pass that function that we created. So let's call it set selected range, and it's going to be on selected range change. Yes. On selected range. We could, yeah, I think this is good. So let's copy, add it to every one of them. Let's save it. And also, yeah, it will rearrange it a little bit. So now in our filter component, we can actually take in one more set selected range prop, and we will need to import pressable from React Native because we need the whole view to be pressable. So we changed instead of view to have it pressable, we're not using view, so let's delete it right now. And pressable can take in styles just as view, but it can also take one more prop called onPress. And when it's pressed, what we will do, we will call our set selected range prop, so this one, and we will pass the filter day that I clicked on. Let's save it. Let's click 7. It changed 30. It changed 1. It changed. So it's working, right? And there is. Let me take a sip of water. So there is one thing how we can improve this component, right? So this filter component will be, let's say, let me add here console.log and say pressed. Let's save it. Let's go to our console, clear it, and okay, we click on it. It rendered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 components. That's how it should be because for each of them we need to basically render. But what happens if we click here? So let's say I add 5 and it rendered again all of them, although I didn't touch them at all. So let me add another number, 8. It renders again. And even if I delete, it renders again all of them. We need to prevent that because that's a huge hit for performance. And actually, React Native has a really nice way of preventing that called the memo. So let's import this memo and let's wrap our filter component in this memo thing. Let's save it and let's see right now. So it renders all of them as you saw on click. So if I click, I need to render all of them because I need to change the color and see which one should be checked. But right now, if I go here and press 5, wait, it's still reloaded. Let me reload the whole application. And go back here. No, not here. Let's go here, clean it. Okay, it's rendering. It shouldn't be rendering them. And memo, I wrapped it in that. Okay, so filter component imported and coin detail screen. Let me, oh wow, there's a lot of people. Yeah, so here's the Discord. Hi, why are you not using styled components? I don't know, to be honest. That's how I got used to be, and yeah, I think it's I like it better that way. Do it with map. For me, you can do it with map, and you can add these two like objects and these two as their values in an object and render according to that. But I don't know. I think I like this way better. So that's why I'll keep it like that. Why memo, not use callback or use memo? Because this is the easiest way and it should have worked, but that's really strange why it's still loading them. Mm-mm-mm. Because they should have been memoized and oh no. Okay. Let's delete and still rendering for some reason. That's very strange. Hmm. So well, I'm thinking whether we should try and debug why it's happening or go finish it and then. I think we will finish it and then we will check the memo component. Yeah, memo components. Try to fix it and not to waste too much time right now. But basically, what memo does, it memoizes your component and it will not render when you don't change anything in them. When you don't change their props, it will not re-render them. For example, if I would write here something, it should not render them, re-render. I should say. So that's the main, the main thing behind them. But yeah, we'll see why it's not working right now. Let's make actually changing our data according to what we fetch here. And in order to do that, we will need to refetch our where is it in coin detail screen. Yeah, so get coin market chart, and we will need to refetch that every time we click on one of them. And let's go to this function that we created. And did I no get I think coin market chart. And in here we will pass the selected range that we just selected. And let's see what happens right now. So nothing is happening. Because fetch coin data. Uh, uh, oh, I know why. Because we are not passing any basically range, right? Right now, how our get coin market chart works is basically we will always let me go to the function in order to show you. We will always take um, the 24 hours, so 1 day. And in order to change that, we need to make it so that it can also take another parameter called selected range. And let me go back here. In here where it says days, let's delete it. Let's add this one and say selected and pass selected range. Let's save it. And right now we will also, when we do the first call to this, so when we're fetching the coin data for the first time, we will also need to pass the selected range. Uh, but let me think. It will always be no, it will not always be. So let's do selected range from the state. Okay, let me reload the application. Let me go, for example, to Bitcoin, and it renders for 24 hours. If I change to 7 days, it doesn't change it. And let me check why. Oh, because I don't also. So here, when we're doing get coin, getting the chart data, we also need to pass the ID of the which coin he needs. So the ID will be, I think it's simply coin ID, but let me double check. And last but not least, it's very important to also, or maybe it would make more sense to make it completely separate call, not to repeat myself. I could take out this, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we will create another function called const fetch market coin data. It will be asynchronous, and in here we will also so we will set the loading to true. Let me think. Do I need to set the loading to true? Yes, I need to. We will set the loading to true. We will get this. We will cut this request. So fetched coin market data, and in here we will always have the con ID, but we will need to pass the selected range. So let's call it selected range value. Let's pass it here. So after that, we also need to set it to state. And let me check, set loading to true. Yes, and here here setting. Yeah, so and that's it. So, and also we need to set the loading to false. Okay, let's save it. And right now, let's copy this function. And we will need to also call it in here on when we load the application. And I know one problem with this chart already. So maybe let me get back to it a bit later. I think it will make more sense. So here, when we call this fetch market data, what we need to do is pass only one, because from the start, at first, we will need only 24 hours of data. So we're passing the selected range as one, and let's try to save it. Let's try to reload it and see if it will work. Go to Ethereum. Okay, we do get the data, the current. So let's copy this fetch market coin data, go back to this, and let's copy it. And now we don't need to repeat ourselves as much. We just need to pass selected range value to there, and that's it. So let's try to reload, and hopefully I didn't forget anything. Today I slept really not a lot. So 7 days, it changes the data, but actually we don't need to set loading here, because I'll show you why. Let's reload it again. No, not here. Here, because we need to make our data transition very nicely. And so yeah, because this rainbow chart library is, well, it's pretty young, it's new, it still has some tweaks, and you still have to make some decisions. So for example, this smoothing strategy that we have here, to make it look nicer, quote unquote, it's a really big hit on performance of the application, which is I would prefer having more performance rather than having like smooth it out. So I will delete it. I will make it like that, and it will also, because even if I press in 7 days or 30 days, there's so much data in there that it will still not look smooth out. And right now, first of all, the performance is a lot better, and the actual changing of the data looks a lot smoother. You see how smoothly it changes data here? But let me add the Bezier back. And for example, go to 7 days. 7 days is still nice. 30 days, you see how laggy it is? Let me go for 1 year. And then for all, it takes so much time and it's lagging like crazy. So I prefer the performance over how good it looks. For me, this one actually looks even better. But yeah, so this is pretty nice. So that's how our filters work right now. And we can go to any. So let Solana, one of my favorite coins, and let's see how it performed during the past. So it's pretty rough. It had pretty rough month, to be honest. Um, wow, there's a lot. You from You're from sys? I don't really understand what that means. You can memo function, not component. Yes, I can memorize the functions, not components. That's true. Will this video will be, yes, this video will be uploaded to this channel right after the stream, basically right away. Do it with map. Mm. Yeah, hey Siva, hello. If I have time, actually, what else right now we have to do? I don't think there is much. Oh, removing the item. So we can implement all of these suggestions. So fix the memo and also add, make it with map after the stream. I don't. After I implement those, because today I am trying to make the stream a little bit shorter, because tomorrow is Christmas for me, and I need to help my family prepare for it. Because right now I am not doing anything, and everybody's preparing. But yeah, so that's that. Um, or should I do with a map real quick? I don't know, because I'm not sure how much time will take the deleting of our uh, assets in asset list in portfolio. I mean, here, because right now you can only add, which is really bad. There's no way to delete them. But yeah, that's how filters work, and you can add a bunch of filters here, and yeah, it will work nicely. But I'm thinking right now, what should I do? Okay, let me try real quick. Where is it? So let's create a const filter days with array, and each array will have filter day, and which will be for first one will be I think 1, and also it will have filter text of 24 hours. Then let's maybe do, yeah, the objects. Another one, copy, paste, and clean it up a little bit. I think there are 5 of them, right? So 1, 7, so it's 24 hours. It's 7 days, 30, 30 days, 1 year, all. And here it's 365, and here max. Okay, so we have our delete coin or what? Yeah. So we have filtered days, and let's go back to here where we have components. Let's open, and how I call those? Maybe filtered days array is better, because that's a better naming for me. I will know. And let's map through them. Let's take the first one. So day, and for each, let's return filter component, and that filter component will have here day dot. So we will pass as our, where is it, filter day. So filter day equals filter day, and here it will be day dot filter, I think it's text. And let's save it. Let's remove all of this and see what it turned out of it. It didn't oh, because I'm not returning, so I need to wrap it. I need to return it. And what did I messed up here? Let me go back real quick. Fix the indentation rule. And here, got this one for now. Let's, yeah, like, oh, no, what I'm doing. It's not like that. It's like this. And delete this. And now fix the, I think I broke something. So let's close this one. Let's do like this. Okay, now it should be good. Let's save it. And here it is. And we also, because we are doing the fill map, we need to pass to each of our component key. So the map could like separate them. And key can be, I think filtered text can be our key. So let's save it right now. Let's reload, go back to our, so for example, Binance coin, and it works just the same. It cleaned up a little bit of code. So some people might prefer it this way. And right now, for example, if I want to add more data, so for example, I want to add for 4 days, and it will be a lot easier right now. I have for 4 days right now, and it shows data for 4 days. So some people might prefer this way. Some people might prefer the previous way. This one is probably looks a bit cleaner. So yeah, it depends on you. Now we can, we don't need to get back to this after. So we can go to deleting coins, because that was pretty important. And last stream, one person was asking to show that, but I already did it for so long, the stream. So we will quickly show how to delete it. And let me drink some water and I'll talk a bit more. So there are some plans for this application. Me and Vadim are planning to release it to a production and actually try to I don't know, keep it, maintain it, and add more features. And because some people are already probably bored of the same series, so we're not thinking like to continue the live streams. Maybe we will add it to some other day as an extra live stream. We're not sure yet on that, but adding extra features, which, for example, I should be able to sell only a some amount of my coins, not all of them, delete. And but that adds a lot more complexity to the application, and we are seeing that some users are, I mean viewers are probably a little bit bored maybe and want something different. So I don't think it's good to like continue on this, but maybe as a Friday stream, but maybe as an extra stream somewhere in the middle of the week, and actually showing how to build the app from zero to a big application would be kind of nice. We'll see. We'll see. It's only a plan. It's not a promise yet. So yeah, let's continue on that. And actually, for deleting this, we will make it, let's say, nicer. And you remember at the start of the stream, I showed you what are we planning to do. So let me add the presentation. So we are going to have a list of all of these. And in this list, each item should be swipeable like that, let's say. And when I swipe on it, it should display this icon, which lets me to delete our coin, right? Simple, looks nice, and yes, it's like it also prevents from accidentally clicking on it. I was thinking to make it so, for example, if you drag it, it deletes right away. But I thought we need one extra step in order to prevent accidentally removing the coins from your uh, asset portfolio. So let's close everything that we just did. Let's open our portfolio screen. Go to components and portfolio asset item. Open it because we will need it, and also open portfolio asset list. And that's what we're mainly going to use, the asset list. And I'll show you one more thing that we need to change and explain why it's like that. So yeah, stay tuned. So first things first, we will need to install one library. And yesterday I was trying to look for a library that I think uh, basically that I thought should work well. And yeah, it took some time to me actually to find a nicely working library, and I'm trying to find the name of it that I written down, because uh, Where is it? Because there are quite a bit of libraries, and I tested a few of them, but they were not. They were far from working like I needed them to work. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it is called React Native Swipe List View, and I was looking, as I said, a lot of libraries yesterday, but this one, and actually last week, there was a really good question from one person, and he was asking, or she, how do I pick the libraries that to use? Because like when creating an application, you use a lot of third-party libraries. And as I said, first things first, weekly downloads, then go to their GitHub repository, checking the stars, checking the forks, and if it's a lot, uh, that's pretty good. I usually try to check like last published 6 months ago. That's pretty recent, so it's still maintained, which is really nice. And yep, so let's install it. Let's go back to our application, say yarn add React Native swipe list view. Let's uh, download it. Okay, it downloaded, and we can simply follow their documentation. It's not very, to be honest, broad, but they have some examples, and which is enough. So let's first things first import swipe list view. Let's do that at the top. And we need to change our flat list to swipe list view and save it. And we are not using flat list anymore, so let's remove it. We don't use recoil state as well, so let's remove it. For now, we don't use it. But yeah, okay, we did it. So now we can pass some props to the swipe list view. First things first, we it takes the same things as flat list, same parameters. So data, render item. You can render, and no, this is already for what we need. So we will need a possibility to render hidden item. So let's copy that and paste it in our list. We don't add any styles here. Maybe I'll add a background for you to show one thing. Okay, let's save it. And you already see them, and it's swipeable, but you see them under. So how this swipe list library works, it's basically they add another layer of information under your item. So basically, hence the name, hidden item. So it's hidden behind the actual item. So this is not good. We need to change it. Go to our portfolio list item, and in our coin container, let's set the background color, and let's set it to our what was the color? 121212. Let's set it to that color. Let's save it, and voila, it's fixed. Now we don't see that because it's behind it. And previously I had transparent color for each item, so that's why it was visible. But right now, if I scroll, right now you see that white background, right? And here's the text that we are rendering. Okay, that's good. But we also need to change a little bit something. So for example, I needed to, if I open it to some amount, some degree, it should stay open. I don't need it to swipe all the way. So let's pass a prop called write open value, write open value. And that value will be, I have in my notes, 75. You can change that, but right now I think this is enough for me. And if you, yeah, I'll show you later. Right now you can open all of them, but we are not gonna have it like that. And also we are able to swipe right, but we don't really need to swipe right. We need to disable disable swipe right swipe. And now I'm not able to swipe to that direction. It's only to this, which is good. Let's go back to their documentation. And also let's go to their GitHub repository. I already actually had it. And let's go to their examples, because examples, and it's, I think, Let me check their GIF real quick, or GIF, however you say that. Which one opens? Is it basic? No, no, not this one. Okay, maybe swipe to delete. Nope, not this one. You see how many different they have choices, and yeah, you can play around, use whichever. Yeah, I need this one, per row config. So let's go to their swipe list examples, and per row config. And I needed to, mm, okay, they don't really pass in that. Oh no, that's per item. For list. Yeah, they don't really pass in that. So let's Google React native swipe list view, close row on open. I don't need to programmatically close them, but let's see what they have it here. Nothing. And let me go back. Actually, I think by default you should be closing them. So let me reload them and check it out. A portfolio. No. Okay. Let's render the item itself, and then we'll go back to this one. So when we render the item, let's create another function const and call it render delete button. Okay, and in here we will return pressable, because we will need to be able to press on the whole view. And actually, we will wrap inside here some things. And in here, we will need another font. So let's go expo fonts. I don't need, no, not fonts. I mean icon, vector icon. Okay, let's open it. Let's see, trash. Okay, I think I like this one. Let's copy this one, import it. Let's copy the render component, and simply, oh no, it just got, and yes, that's good. That's good. And change the color from black to white. And let's pass here, instead of all this nonsense, let's pass our render component, render delete button. And later we'll need to pass some data, so let's have it like this. And okay, we also need to set the background of the pressable. So let's add some styles, and the styles will be, so first of all, flex 1. Then we will definitely need to add background color, and we will use the same red as we use everywhere else. I have it written down, EA3943, I think. Let me test it. Yes, it's this one. That's good. So what else do we need? We need to actually render this this icon itself, and I'm not sure why it's not rendering. Let me do this. Let me go to my portfolio. Okay, it's still not rendering. Font awesome. I imported it. Trash O size. Color white. I didn't mess up the name here. And why it's not displaying? That's really strange for me, to be honest. Let's see, blue. No. Okay, that's interesting. I was not showing anything the whole time. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I showed the, and yeah, so that's pretty bad. Thank you that Lewis already. Oh, yeah. second column. Why is this not good? I need it to be like that because some of the names might be a lot longer, and I don't need it to be fixed. Turn on camera, read comments. Yeah. Thank you, Louis, so much. Okay, yeah, I'm so tired. I completely forgot to turn on my camera. Oh my god. Okay, so I think I have to go back and show from the start, or yeah, let me just. So what I did is installed this library called React Native Swipe List View, and I installed it by saying yarn add React Native Swipe List View, and yeah, so I added it to my project by doing yarn add React Native Swipe List View, right? And then I went to portfolio assets list, and in here I imported that following their example. Import swipe list view, React Native swipe list view. I imported it here up top, and then so then I changed, instead of the flat list that we had before here, I changed it to swipe list view. And this swipe list view takes in the same parameters as the flat list itself and a few extra. So we still pass the same data, the same render item, and same, so these are not the same. And how this swipe list works is basically, let me go to portfolio asset item, to their styles. Let me delete this one. And you see, it renders everything here under. So that's hence the name render hidden item. It means that you're rendering something behind it. So as we are passing here render hinder item render delete button, behind our actual component in a list, coin list view, we are rendering one more component. And in order to fix this problem, because that's definitely what we don't need, we need to go to our portfolio asset item, to our coin container styles, and add background color that we use throughout the app as our background. And if we save it, it fixes the problem, because we don't have, I mean, uh, we put that color on top of the red background of their hidden item, right? It's always behind it. So this is movable, but everything back there is what you will render as a hence hidden item. And this portfolio asset swipe list view takes in some more parameters. So first of all is write open value. We need it because at default you can swipe it and it's never stuck. And as I said, I was thinking like maybe to do it just delete it fully, but I decided to add an extra step of confirmation. So we need to add write open value of 75. That means it will stuck at 75. You can change this value. I think this is good for me, and it will always get stuck on this value. But right now, you see, I can move it on the other side as well. So I need to add disable right swipe in order not to be prevent from doing that, and only be able to open from that side. So right now we rendering the pressable, which I will be able to click here, but I also need to render the icon, and the icon is behind it, and the icon is on the left behind it. So I need to align it on the right here, on the right side, right? So in order to do that, I need to add some stylings to the pressable view. And first of all, what I need is simply align items, and I need to align them at the flex end. And as you see, it appeared here. Also, let's change the icon color to white. And I think maybe I'll change the size a little bit later. But yeah, and right now, okay, we have it on this side, but we need to make it bigger, right? And also in the center, I mean, not bigger. So let's do justify content. Let's do center, save it, and it's centered here. But we also need to add some more paddings and the margins here. So let's add padding right, and let's make it 30, I think. Maybe 30 is a bit too much. Maybe 20. No, 25 will be good. I think no, 30 was probably the one to go. And also let's add some margin on the left, because right now if I sometimes if you bounce it real quick, you'll be able to see here some red, and I don't need to do that. I need to hide it. So let's add margin on the left 20, and yeah, and this one looks perfect. We have this can I ask a question out of the topic? Of course, yeah, definitely you can ask out of the topic. Okay, so if something is not clear and I forgot to show something with this swipe list view, let me know. But I think I went over everything. Yeah, you see the swipe list, you see how to open it, align item center. I needed them to be at flex end, because if I align items on the center, you see, wow, I'm so center. Let's save it. It's aligned here because, as I explained, this render hidden item takes the whole flex behind it, and basically if I do it in the center, it will align me in the actual center. So I needed to be at the flex end, so I needed to be at the end of the flex box. Yes. Let me see. Yeah, I think maybe I can make the icon a little bit bigger, something like 25, but it doesn't make too much difference. So yeah, 24 it is. Okay, also I wanted to, when I open, actually to close the other one, but let me see their documentation. Their documentation is not very well written, to be honest. There's no like prop that you can use and stuff, but let me see. So here are some of them. Yeah. Right open value, close on row press, disable left act. Let me try close on row press and see how it looks like. Where is it? Let's pass this. And let me reload it. Not really what I need. And here, setting per row behavior using data, left open value, right open value, close on row press. You can also customize your individuals. So they don't. So we can do this swipe row as a separate one, and that one, I mean, will enable us to have even more customized flat list, and yeah, play around like you want. But that's not what I actually wanted to see. And yeah, well, I think that this will work for us. I mean, it's not horrible that preview open value rotate open. No, it's not horrible that it's stuck like that. I mean, you might be like that, noting which ones you want to delete, and yeah, but we'll see. we can actually implement right now the actual delete, which is going to be a little bit different than adding. And so right now, let's import our recoil state like we did in the last stream. So from recoil, let's import use recoil state. And in here, I will also need to import the from portfolio asset. So let's go to my atoms, and here open the items, and here I need all the coins from the storage. So this is how they're called. Let's copy, go here, let's import that, and call it storage assets, and set storage assets. And let's pass to the recoil state that one. Okay. So when we are trying to delete the asset, let's create another function for that, and const on delete asset. And when we are trying to delete it, we will very similarly like we did in the previous stream. First of all, we will need the current assets in our storage. So let's do, and also add this new asset. Remove this new asset, filter it out, not add, because that's where we're deleting. So let's call it new assets. And in order to filter them out, let's take from our recoil state all of the assets that we stored in our storage. Let's filter through them. And to this function, we will need to pass our actual asset that we are clicking on. So in order to do that, in this render delete button, you can pass data and row map. So row map is for more advanced features. We don't need anything too advanced. So let's pass only data. And in here, let's take in that data. And when you click on this, pressable will take in one more actually parameter. Let's call it, let's pass it on press, and on delete asset, it will call this one. And we will pass in the data in there. Yes, so data, we will call it here an asset. So here we will take from our storage. So let's take the coin and the index, because I will show you why, and I'll show you the problem also. So right now we can simply do, for example, coin.id if not equal to asset.item .id. Yeah, we have a new array. That's good. We right now need to stringify it, because we can only store strings in our async storage. So let's do const JSON value equals to JSON dot stringify, and let's simply pass this new wish list to stringify. New assets to stringify. And right now we can wait sync storage, and I don't think it will be imported. So let's import async storage here. Import async storage from and React Native async storage. Yes. And in here, we simply await async storage, and we will set our items. And we will set, if you remember in the previous stream, we named our storage items portfolio coins. So, and we will update them to our newly filtered portfolio coins. And after doing that, in order to re-render the component, we need to, and actually we did here use recoil value, but we need to use recoil state. So let's change it to use recoil state, and here set storage state. Let's go back to our function. And last but not least, we just set storage state to our new assets filtered, and it will update them. Let's save it. And this function needs to be asynchronous. So let's save it. Let's go, for example, this one, let's delete it, and it updated. It's not there anymore. But there is one problem here. So if I add, let's say I add Dogecoin, right? So I am able to add multiple transactions of the same coin. So for example, also encountered two with the same key, we need to our swipe list view, we need to add key extractor, because right now it doesn't know by default, okay, so what is the key um, for each of the value that is passed. So we will destructure the ID from there, and we will simply return ID, so which will be this ID, and ID with also we will take here the index ID with index. Simple as that. And now they will all be unique. So let's save it, reload it, and see if I have this warning. We don't get it anymore because they are unique. And right now, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, so if I, for example, go here and delete this, it will delete both of them. Check it out. You see, it deleted, but I need only to delete one of them. So instead of actually checking the IDs, because I know 100% that these will always have the same, the correct so, sort, let's say, because I'm sorting them with our selector here all the time, and I am having them sorted all the time. I can simply check them based on index. So I can simply do, and usually that's not like the best thing to do, but most likely you will not have the same IDs here. So yeah, you can check then on IDs. But here, let's do if index is not equal to the asset that we just passed, dot index. And let's save it. Let's add right now Dogecoin. Let's add 5 of them and go add another Dogecoin. Let's add, like, say this one, I bought this time 10 of them. And for example, if I go here, I delete this with 10 Dogecoin and I leave the 5. Wait, why it, let's go here. Let's say Dogecoin. And let's say 5, add new. Okay, and I want to delete with 10. Will it leave with 5? Yes, it left me with 5. And for example, let's add another one with 10. Okay, I want to delete with 10, delete it. Okay, so this is not, oh, there's a lot of questions. Let me, oh, wow. Cool, do you have WebSocket? No, hi. Hey, Modern Skills, hey. Resources to learn Recall.js. That's actually, I'm not sure. The best way to learn right now is probably their documentation, as it's pretty new. Maybe some videos. There is actually a video on this channel with the Football Manager. It touches the Recall.js pretty well. We also touched Recall.js in our previous video. But yeah, if you want to learn it to use it for production, as I explained in the previous stream, it's not the best thing to do if you want to use it for production. Yes, ask me. Yes, it's anti-pattern, but we're using here why it's anti-pattern mean? it's hard for me. It's really hard for me to read comments. I'm so sorry because I don't have that many screens, and I need to have the design and my notes on one screen, and then the actual code and everything on the other screen, which doesn't really leave any space for the comments. And I think if I'm going to be streaming a lot, and I'm not sure if I will because Vadim is like coming pretty soon, I will have to buy another monitor just for comments. Yeah, because right now it's really, and I'm new to all of this. Like it's only my fourth stream. I've never done this in my life, so for me it's so much like actually talking, explaining everything, then also remembering to read the comments and then trying to. So I'm really, really sorry for that. And if I'm going to actually stream further, I will definitely buy a new, or maybe have it on my phone. I have to sort this out because I know it's really annoying for you. I'm really sorry again. But using index is anti-pattern because the index might change and you might delete, for example, in this case, some incorrect data, which, well, you don't really want that. Hi, for database, what are you using? We are using only our local storage on our phone, and we store everything in there. We don't really use any database right now. So it will always be here, but if you delete the application, it will be gone. So yeah, we wanted to have something not to confuse you too much, but for the later, uh, again, if I'm gonna do more streams, we can try to do something with a real database. Dreamland, thank you very much uh, for support. And Ilyas, thank you very, very much. Anyone help me. Mushkin, what's your problem? Can you try to explain it a bit better? What's the problem? Or maybe write in Discord that we have above in the chat, or probably even in the description. And in there, you can explain it better. And yeah, that way it will be easier to help. So the end, but yeah, that's why it's bad to use index as deleting them, because they might be different. And actually, that's what we are getting right now, I think. So let me add, yeah, so here's the link. Let me add Dogecoin again. And let me add, for example, 7. Uh, delete, I need to delete with 10. Okay, so 7 is left, but its index didn't change, I think. So that's why if I add another Dogecoin, for example, and I add for 9, right now this index didn't change. So if I delete the 9 one, I think it will delete the 7th one. Yeah, you see, that's not good. That's really bad. So we need to change our filters, and in order to do that, we would need to. Okay, that's quite hard going to be to check it. Uh, uh, um, Let me try to check it through, for example, compare if asset dot item. No, if actually the whole coin not equal to asset dot item. So let's save it. Let's reload it. Oh, no, no, no. Let's reload it. Go to portfolio. For example, add another Dogecoin. And let's say 11. Let's delete this with 11. Okay, didn't delete it because that's, they're not complete. Let me console log this asset and see what it returns. Where is it here? So let's go here, delete, and what is it? So, okay, item, I need asset.item. Okay, current, oh, because the current price changes. So that's That's not good. This is not gonna be the same because of that. Hmm. Okay, okay. Hi, I need your help on handle mobile responsiveness in React. Can you help me? What exactly do you need? Yes. How do we filter them? That's going to be pretty hard because we can't really check on the index because index will be messed up every time because it doesn't update the indexes here after I delete. So that's not good. What else? So let's say when we're console log fine right now, it will crash. Whatever. Go back. Okay, it's clean. Okay, it cleaned everything for sure because it was empty, but that's the current price. On what we could do that. I think the way to do this would be, let me see how are we. Yeah, I was thinking either using this with splice, or we could do or slice. Is it splice or slice to be? I don't remember. Mm, it's slice, right? No, splice. Yeah. Let me see. The method changes the contents of an array by removing or replacing existing elements. Okay. Yeah, this one might work. The another option, to be honest, it's really bad practice to have the same IDs in a list or anywhere else. So that's a huge no when you're developing some kind of application. Never have same IDs. That's the only thing that has to be different for everything. So what the best approach in here would be to actually, when adding a new asset, um, is it here? Yeah, when adding a new asset, we should check our current database, because if you're using a real database, they will never be the same because usually the IDs are auto-generated and you will never have to really worry about it. But here, because we are working um, basically ourselves, the IDs will be the same. And make condition is this. We need to add them. That's the thing because I need to be able to add. For example, first time I bought 5 bitcoins, and then yeah, some mm, fake bitcoin. And second day I bought 10 more bitcoins. So I need to be able to add both of them and delete only one. So that's the thing. Um, so the Jado, I think what you should look into is flex boxes and for React Native. So React, that's what layout with flexbox. You can like read here, and it will really, I think, will be a good start. After reading this documentation of theirs, you can try to watch some Flexbox tutorials. There's a lot of them. So I think this, but the best start is actually to read the documentation. Although I hate doing that, but I think that's the best. And actually, I really enjoy how Ilias. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but how you try to work and solve everything together. I enjoy this pair programming thing. So thank you very much for your involvement in the stream. So yeah, but brainstorming together is always the best idea. So yeah, but that's why I said, like, I can't really make a condition and not add the same coin because I need to be able to add the same coins, but I need to somehow Jado, no problem, but I need to somehow, yeah, not somehow, I think one way would be just to get the our assets current length and added, the ID would be the selection coin ID plus the length. That will, or math.random, but there is still a small amount of chance that it will be the same. So what's the best way here? So one way would be math.random, but there is a small amount of chance that it will be the same. The second thing would be to add, but it's a very small. The second way would be to check our current assets in storage, check if we have with the same ID, and if we have with the same ID, add that plus the length of the coins with the same ID. I think this one will never be the same right now that I think. And the next one would be not, but I think this one is better, like to have them. Oh, but no, if I have them with different IDs, then I might mess up very much my queries. So I think we will have to try and use splice like Ilya said. So yeah, you can see live my brainstorming, how I think and try to like solve the problem. Let's check the splice. I don't remember. Maybe I used it a long time ago. So the splice method changes the contents of an array by removing or replacing the existing elements and or adding new elements in place. Okay. So if I have one Jan March splice 1 0 inserts at index 0. Okay, so what is the second parameter? Okay, replaces first element at index 4. No? Okay, so first one is the index at which it should replace, right? Yeah. So I'm replacing February with March, right? Yes. Oh, so it inserts it. And here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was June, but it replaced it with syntax. Yeah, so start, delete count, and item. Okay, start the index at which to start changing the array. If greater than the length of the array, start will be set the length of the array. Okay. So I would need to get the index of the current, yeah. An integer indicating the number of elements in the array to remove from start. Okay. So basically, the elements to add to the array beginning from the start. Okay, but then again, I'm not sure. Okay, this is a toughie. The best approach here would be, it's hard to say which one, but let's comment this one. Actually, let's go back. Let's delete it. And they're never going to be the same, so that's bad. But there's nothing that actually separates them. That now that I think, literally nothing at all. And when the index also is changing, so that's even worse because, yeah. Okay, let's do const new assets and equals to storage assets. No, that's not right. Okay, let me. It's really hard to think of the best way. I'm not sure if the splice will work as well. Maybe I would have to actually, when adding an object, when adding a, oh, okay, I think that's the best way for sure. So basically, I would still have them, filter them, not an index. I would still need to filter them. Why don't create a new object, map the current, and push inside array without select value and replacing the current array with the new. Create a new object, map the current. Oh, but on what will I find the value that I don't need? If I'm understanding you, because there's nothing that differentiates them. They are complete. If I add, for example, this one, how much there? I had like 10. Okay. Where is Bitcoin? Here. 10. So right now, if I add this one, these are completely the same. Their IDs are the same. Their price is the same. Their current, like they don't, nothing is different. So what I thought, and we need to have always something in a database that differentiates things. So what I thought of is going to be, so I'm still going to check here for coin.id and here asset.item.id. Of course, it's not going to work right now. It's going to delete everything. But when adding them, where is that? Add new screen. When adding them, I need to add also something like called under ID. We can say unique ID. And in here, we will pass selected coin, and we will pass their actual ID plus plus math.random, and let's see how math.random is used. Do I need to yeah, the output of get random. Is there a way to like get completely very huge numbers? Donor is ID not unique. So yeah, that's the problem. The ID is not unique, and it's because how CoinGecko API is like managing their things. Their ID is the name of our coin. So basically, these two have the same ID because that's Bitcoin, and that's their in their case the ID, and that's Bitcoin, and that's in their case the ID. So we need to make our ID, which will be uniquely identified, and that's how we will be able in our application to identify that coin. So a unique ID, and let me get math random highest number. React Native have more job offers. Yeah, that's for sure. There are some examples. No, but that's okay. Let's just do like between 0 for now. I think, and 1E12. Maybe that's a bit too much. 1E6. Okay. So right now, let me try to add a new item. So let's say Bitcoin, and add 9, add new asset, and let's go to our this one, and which one? I think it's this one. Yeah, let's click delete. It will delete all of them. Oh, I'm not console logging them. Oh, let's go back to yeah, on delete, and don't delete it, just console log asset, and these ones I don't really need for now. Let's comment them out. Okay, let's say, actually before, let's delete this one, because what the hell is that one? Let's save them. Add new asset, bit. So let's say add Bitcoin, and it will be 5. add new asset. Let's click delete and see what it gives us. Yes, here the Bitcoin unique ID will, this will always be unique. I mean, I I would be very, it would be so strange if that's never a unique ID. And we can easily do, so you see, that's actually the biggest problem. Well, not having uniquely identifiable value for your objects in a database. So imagine if you, okay, I just delete one thing here and two IDs matches, right? And for example, you delete it and then it will delete some as well item, another one in another place, let's say, which you don't even know. And for if it belongs to another user, you can imagine how bad it is. So, and because CoinGecko API calls their IDs by their names, which a little bit complicates things for us. We had to create our own uniquely identified some sort of like value, so we can identify in our database, local storage application, uniquely identify them. And that's how we did it. And right now we're not going to do on this, but we will do on how we named it here, unique underscore ID, coin unique underscore ID, and here item underscore unique ID. Let's save it. And right now, so I'm deleting with 10 and it deleted with 10. So let's add, for example, 3 of them. Bitcoin. Yeah, I could use a library. I didn't want it to, actually, that's a very good suggestion to use a library to generate unique IDs. Uh, we might do it even right now. We'll see. Let me test it quickly. But of course, yeah. So if we're not going to do it right now, for that would be the best possible approach to generate random values. I just wanted to lean way to test right now. And okay, so these two are completely the same. Let's remove one of them. Okay, it removed on 1, and let's remove with 5. It removed with 5 Bitcoins. So now it works because we are doing it on unique ID, and also right now, it in theory we should check. Do we check anywhere else for IDs? Do them with unique IDs as well, like deleting, for example, wish list. No, I think this is the only place where we have to do it. So, oh, thank you, Joe. So, yeah, there's a lot. That's actually not my channel. That's Vadim's channel, and he has a lot of videos prepared for you. So, get ready, take some snacks, comfortable hoodie, and start coding. It's really, there's a lot of content for you ready. And we're doing live streams every Friday, but today we're doing it on Thursday just because tomorrow is Christmas for some people. And yeah, so every Friday, usually it's a new build. Yes, so that's the way to approach this. And let's see for oh, Vadim, our channel. That's very sweet of you. So here's Vadim. You can say hi to him. And yeah, there's a lot of content, as I said. Okay, let me check some library. Should I check though? This one works pretty. Let me close all the tabs. That's a good feeling when you finish something, closing all the tabs that you don't really need. Now I'm thinking, did I uh, finish everything that I was planning to? I think I did. Hopefully. And I wasn't able to find any more errors or problems. But after the stream, as I said, I will try to test the app pretty thoroughly. And yeah, we'll see what goes there. You could also use something like get the coin ID and then combine it with the CoinGecko rank, which can possibly. Okay. That's a nice suggestion. A market rank. Market, yeah. That's there's actually zero chance now that I'm thinking. Yes. Okay. Actually, that we're changing our approach, and let's say thank you to Dreamland because I think that's a better approach instead of using math random, which as well takes a little bit of performance. If we're having like a random between a huge number, it's not a lot, but I definitely agree with Dreamland that, for example, selected coin ID and market cap, well, that's definitely never going to be the same. But I just need to get the name of the market cap. Seems introduce me as well to the problem. So actually, we were very nicely pair programming all of us together, which yeah, we're trying to figure out the best solution to the problem. If we, for example, add multiple, we don't have a way to uniquely identify uh, an asset because CoinGecko IDs is just the name of the coin. So if I, for example, add two of the same ones, so right now I will, yeah, if I add two of the same ones, and for example, I delete one of them, I will delete both of them. And I wasn't able to, when here filtering through the coins, I wasn't able to use the index because index, if I delete one and I don't update the flat list, the index is messed up and it doesn't find the coin that it needs. So there was completely no way. And if I trying to check for the whole object, it was still different because I'm getting the current data um, differently, basically from the API. So there was no way to uniquely identify, for example, this one. And we thought of a way. So basically, when adding a new asset, we created a unique ID. We needed some sort, yes, we needed some sort of like unique ID, and yeah, in order to probably is the one someone says it. Yes, yes, UUID, or I think I really like the Dreamland, which is so easy and I mean just adding selected coin ID plus its market cap, which is never going to be the same because no, it will be the same. Actually, now that I think it will be the same because if we adding the same to one, the same ones, then it will be the same. Yeah. About what? If we are, you sure about what? It can be the same. Yeah, yeah. Now I think as well because if I'm adding the same coin, it will have the same name and have the same market cap, which I will add here. So my solution was with math random, and it works, of course, because well, it's I'm not sure how much you will have to add in order to make UID is not that hard to install and use. So okay, let's try using UUID React Native Expo. Okay, React Native UID. Um, Getting started. Import UD v4. Oh wow. Yep. So current time will never be the same. Current time. But yes, that's true. But we don't really have current time here. But current time would never be the same. I'm not sure. You will have to be like, no, never. But the someone already actually suggested this using UUID, and I need to give credit to him. Let me find the comment. Italo da Silva, and I think that's the best way to approach it. You can also use timestamp from when you were introduced to crypto as an ID if you need them to be audited, but it's not very, yeah, it's not very conventional. I think your suggestion by adding UID is, yeah, I think the best one. So thank you very much, Italo da Silva, for your help and suggestion. And Sundar, hello. Hey, how are you doing? Hello from Lithuania to you guys. Okay, so we installed it. Let's right now see how to use it. Well, that doesn't seem too difficult. Let's import it and let's UUID p.4. Uh, hey, Moraka Gaming. Hello, hello. How are you doing, guys? And where is it? Unique ID. So we can add selection ID plus that in order, yeah. And let's see how it works. So first of all, let's delete these. Okay. Let's add a new asset and go to our portfolio asset list. Here, comment out for these, and let's console.log asset.item. Mm, um, why? Yeah. Hello. Thank you very much. Why are only fine? You should be very, very good. I'm gonna get back to work on the course. Enjoy the work Lucas putting out. Thank you, Vadim, and let's say thank you to Vadim for joining our stream a little bit and also helping us, and of course building the course for all of you guys. So keep an eye on that. It's going to be released soon. Okay. Where was I? Oh, okay, adding new item. Yes, I'm getting excited. Like I That's why I think I enjoy programming, solving the problems. That's really interesting. Uh, and let's do one more. You add coin in your portfolio, it should go in the same coin, right? Else you have 5 times. Yeah, that's the how uh, I would have liked to do. Basically, having the same coin for transactions, adding them to the same coin, but that's basically one probably whole stream. And on its own, and we didn't want it to add even more features right now. We just wanted to polish the application as much as we could, so it would be production ready. And right now this way works, but for example, yeah, I want to make it so that you can um, add different for example, if you add the same coin, it adds to the here, but if you click on it, you see different transactions. So, for example, like you say, and then you should also be able to sell only a certain amount. So, for example, if I don't want to sell all 10 out here, I only want to sell 3 Bitcoins. So when you sell it, it should add as your current balance USD, but it should not, and it should remove the Bitcoin. So there's still a lot. I'm not sure if you get what I mean, but there's still a lot of features that because I love programming and crypto, I would really like to implement and work on making this like very complex, very uh, I don't know, big application, let's say. So yeah, but that's the way it should work, Dreamland. Yes. Hi, Moraka. I'm coding React Native app, but I'm getting error when I'm trying Firebase to connect with Expo. Moraka, for we have Discord channel, and it's in the description. I think someone can also paste the a link, because I think that's the best way, a place to ask your questions, because people are helping there quite a lot. You can just take a screenshot of your error and ask people, or yeah, because here I can't really see your screenshot, and it's probably not going to be easy. Oh, I didn't save. It's probably not going to be easy to show the error and understand for me. So unique ID is this. That's just perfect. Okay. So let's add another one. Let's say Bitcoin, and 10. So they're the same. Let me add one with 10 so that they would be completely the same. Okay, and let's delete this one. Oh no, I can't delete. I'm just but yeah, they are different. That's so good. Let's uncomment this and save it, and now it should work. So if I want to delete this one left, and now I want to delete 10 and 8 one left. So perfect. We have a uniquely identifiable value, and I think all of us came up with. It was suggestion from Italo, but all of us were brainstorming, and yeah, we came up with the solution. I thought you were having a problem if two different cryptocurrencies somehow had the same name. If you just add market cap rank behind it, it would be Bitcoin one and Bitcoin for a fake one. Um, yes, but then if I add the third one, so for example, if I add the as well the third item, then it will have also Bitcoin plus the market cap, right? I'm not sure if we understand each other though. But I think this with UUID is like definitely the best solution. And to be honest, I don't know if there's something else that I wanted to show you for today's stream. And I'm trying to think. Let me check my notes. Okay, so did this. Did this. Yes. Let me. Yep. I don't think there's anything else, to be honest. And we already have a pretty nice application. So let's actually check it out. And if I forgot something, let me know, guys, in the comments. I think that we did everything. So let me make it a little bit bigger. Yes. So what we have right now, we have, what do you mean you're adding the exact same coin? No, the coin with the same name. Yeah. Yeah. So what we have our home screen. We implemented custom fonts, which is used quite a lot. I showed how to use custom fonts from the web or custom fonts from Google. We have all of the paginated list, keep in mind, with cryptocurrencies, all of them, 100,000 and more. We're able to check for each cryptocurrency its current price. We're able to filter the chart on different dates. We're able even to check, for example, drag and check the price change in the chart on a certain day. We are able to see what right now in 24 hours the price change percentage. Also, for example, if I want to buy, let's say, 10,000 Bitcoin, that's how much Bitcoin it is. So if you're buying and you want to be sure, you can come here, quickly convert your Bitcoin, and then copy this and paste into the exchange where you're actually buying. That's what usually people use this for, converters. You're able to add to the watch list, your same problem from the previous streams, to the watch list, your coins that you want to make sure you're tracking. You're able to see all of them. So I can go, for example, add Cardano and go back, see here it. And for example, if I want to delete it, simply I can click here, delete it, go back, and it's not here anymore. And also we implemented the portfolio tracker, which shows your current balance according to all of the assets that you have. It shows price change percentage per 24 hours, shows all-time price change percentage, and also all of your assets. So let's add my actually favorite assets, and just to showcase, and yeah, Solana. Let's add so 15, let's say random numbers, and last but not least, Ethereum as well. It's like you have to have Ethereum as well, right? And let's say 2. So we have here all of our assets. We see how much they change percentage over 24 hours, their current price. We're able to see their name, and also how much of them we have in USD and how much of them we have in cryptocurrency. Also, we are able to, so let's add Dogecoin, because I don't want to delete those other ones. We're able to easily delete cryptocurrency from our portfolio. And yeah, so that's what we have right now. And we used a lot of different technologies during this stream. We learned, to be honest, quite a bit. We started from very basic things to more advanced things. And yeah, so I think we covered quite a lot there. I right now that I was showing, I noticed some things that I would like to add. So for example, I would like to add here labels, name, current price, and total, something like that. Here I would like to add a dollar sign. I think I will add a dollar sign real quick. I can't. Uh, Let me go back to crypto price tracker here. And where is it? Open this one, asset item. Where is the render holdings? I think here and here. Let's quickly add this and save it. Yes, now it's better. So yeah, and thank you. I think we're going to be ending our stream here. There's not much to show anymore. We could probably add these three. Should we, or is it good? And now I'm thinking. What do you think, guys? Should we try to implement it, or uh, yes, everything will be added to the GitHub. In later video, you should probably like when adding something to the portfolio, filter it based on the market cap. So pop. Yes, yes. I think there's a lot more. Like I mean, in this add new asset, we can add so many. That's a very good suggestion because right now at first we have some random coins that I, to be honest, don't really know. But for example, if I should be able to select the date and then add coins, and then it will calculate automatically how much that coin costed on that date, and then I don't need price per coin, or should be able to change price per coin because maybe I bought it on a lower price and only right now adding new assets. And yeah, so there's a lot more that I really want to add, but we're, as I said, we're not sure if we're going to continue on this build or maybe add something new. We'll see what next year brings us, right? And I thank you for this tutorial. Ilias, thank you very much for being here the whole time. And yes, as I said, this will be added to the GitHub. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed working with you today. I think today we had the most uh, I think today, yeah, we had the most pair programming out of all the streams. Everybody were helping, everybody were thinking, and that's how we came up with the best solutions. So I'm really sorry that one time for like 10 minutes I forgot to share my screen or something. But yeah, and I will try to read my comments a lot more. That's on me for sure. Sorry for you. And Italo, it was a great live. Have a nice day, bro. You too, bro. Thank you, all of you guys, and have a nice day. For you, for the ones who are having Christmas tomorrow, Merry Christmas, and stay hydrated and write clean code. Right? See you guys.